HCTV Sports is supported by the Spool House. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs.
Making the play. He gets a pin. Raiders are clawing their way back in this game.
Just snipes one.
It's ball game. Over. Save. Oh my God!
Did you see that?
Great diving play.
He's hit a touchdown. Hastings Raiders win the ball game.
Welcome to Hastings Civic Arena for the home opener as the Hastings Raiders take on the Dodge County Wildcats. Trey Lauer from KDWA Radio with you here inside Hastings Civic Arena tonight as the 0-2 Hastings Raiders take on the 1-0 Dodge County Wildcats, who played their only game on November 21st, a 10-1 win over Faribault. They were supposed to play Austin on Saturday, but then, of course, they had the snowstorm that postponed that game. So this is just Dodge County's second game. It's Hastings' third game. Raiders dropped their opener 6-1 to Northfield, and then had a tough first period in a 5-0 loss to Bloomington Jefferson last week, just prior to Thanksgiving. They've been off for about 6 days. Now they are back at it to begin a 3-game homestand with 4 of the next 5 here at Hastings Civic Arena. 2 pivotal section games coming up next week, actually one later this week with Tartan, and then next week with Simley to kind of get an early litmus test of where the Raiders stack up in the section. That's coming up next week here at Hastings Civic Arena. But the task at hand tonight is the Dodge County Wildcats for the home opener. It's been a little bit longer for the Raiders than anticipated. The season now a week old, and 2 games on the road leading in. Taking a look at the lineups now for tonight. Dodge County will have in net tonight for them their goaltender, number 31, Wes Wegner. Dodge County consists of players from Casson, Manorville, Byron, and Triton High Schools, a co-op there in Dodge County. They will also have Cameron Cook, number 10, number 3, Gabe Koshenet, number 8, Cooper Beebe, and number 21, Nolan Steele, along with number 16, Sawyer Young. For the Raiders, it's Charlie Stoffel in net for Hastings tonight, making his second start of the year. Lucas Niederkorn and Jack Woodwick will get the start as the defensive pairing for the Raiders tonight. And then the Raiders will go with their top line, Brecken Fullerton, who will be centered by Finn Zaruba, and Michael Kennedy on the right wing will be your starters for Hastings tonight. We got the opening ceremonies, puck drop on the other side.
The referees for tonight's game are Brad Seelman and Shane McGinley. The linesman is Aiden Meredith. Please remember that officials play an important role in every contest to keep our events free, fair, safe, and fun. Without officials, we can't have games. A special thank you for your efforts of the officials for today's contest. We ask you that you continue to show support and appreciation and great sportsmanship to the officials and our opponents. Please rise, gentlemen, remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, it is game time here at Hastings Civic Arena. First time I've seen them do that light trick during the national anthem where they dim the lights a little bit and then bring them back up for game time. But Charlie Stoffel and Wes Wegner, we told you, is the matchup coming in. Wegner 1-0 on the year, made 10 saves on 11 shots in the win over Faribault with a .909 save percentage. Charlie Stoffel has an 0-1 record, made 29 saves in the loss to Northfield with an .829 save percentage. Obviously, he's going to want to get that up. He knows that too for sure as this season gets underway. Raiders in their gold sweaters with the blue breezers tonight. We'll see the gold breezers at home perhaps at some point throughout the year as well. As Coach Klein, Stoffel, and Welch look on, Raiders will be without one of their returners from last season tonight. Rylan Kraut not going to go tonight with an undisclosed injury according to the lineup card provided to us. So that is why the Raiders are going with 8 forwards instead of the usual 9. Or 11 and 7, I guess, the more realistic number. 11 and 7 instead of the usual 12 and 8. We are underway at Hastings Civic Arena here as the Raiders quickly try to shovel the puck into neutral ice. They've got to start fast tonight. The first 2 games have seen early goals conceded to both Northfield and Bloomington Jefferson. It took Northfield 47 seconds in the opener to score twice. And the Raiders quickly in with Finn Zaruba, who fires it wide of the net to the near side to Brecken Fullerton. Puck brought up by Dodge County's number 21. They've got it at the H at center ice. Dump back into the offensive zone now. It's where Carter Strong gets to it behind the Hastings net. And now we've got icing called. So as a result, we will have a face-off the other way. Dodge County in black with gray numbers and trim and blue and white striping on the breezers. For Dodge County tonight, again, a co-op made up of Casson, Manorville, Byron, and Triton High Schools. The 3 schools represented on the varsity roster this year for Dodge County. Puck is loose in neutral ice. The Wildcats dump it back in to the right of Stoffel's cage. That is where Elliott Hagan had it for a moment. Big hit into the boards, and now retreating back into the defensive end for Dodge County is their number 2, which is Braylon Fredrickson. Fredrickson can't get it out of the neutral zone, and Dodge County will fire it back in. Again, JV won 3-2 for Hastings earlier tonight. It was a 3-1 game late. Dodge County had a goal late and an offensive zone face-off in the final 10 seconds that the Raiders stood tall and withstood to win that one 3-2. Puck is up against the boards here on the near side. That's where Dodge County has it. Goes end to end to the far boards, and Hastings will dump it back into Will Savage, who just sends it back to the Dodge County end, and the Wildcats will reshuffle. Couple of big hits now in the offensive zone for the Raiders. Michael Kennedy lays a couple Wildcats out, but the Raiders can't do anything with it offensively, and they'll ring the puck around the boards. Now Blake Weber, one of the 7 defensemen going for Hastings tonight, with 1 forward down due to injury. And the puck will go into the right corner in the defensive zone for Hastings by Charlie Stoffel. That's where Weber tracks it down. He's got it back now to Joey Leonard. Leonard will try to send it up. He's got a chance. Moving in at the circle. Takes a shot. Fires it high. Into the netting does Drew Mamer. Mamer at the far circle got between 2 Wildcats. Sped into the offensive zone and looked like he has the first real chance. Unfortunately, it won't be scored as a shot on goal because it didn't hit the net. But the first real chance for either team comes off the stick of number 6, the senior Drew Mamer for the Hastings Raiders. Face-off is won and wrapped all the way around the boards. Now back here, down past Stoffel's net. That's where Lucas Niederkorn gets to it. Niederkorn gives it away in the defensive zone. Fought for there by Michael Kennedy, who will get it out. And a shot poked high up into the netting. I need to correct myself earlier. Michael Kennedy wore 22 last year. So it was Andrew McGraw who had the couple of big hits down there a few moments ago. He wears 22 this year for the Raiders. We Finn Zaruba to take the faceoff along with Cameron Cook. Now Zaruba is ixnayed out of the faceoff circle, and Michael Kennedy will take it. Faceoff goes to the right of Stoffel's net. Niederkorn now sends it end-to-end near side here to Brecken Fullerton. Now back to Niederkorn. Puck along the far wall at the point. Point to point now for Cooper Beebe for Dodge County, and Beebe fires it slightly behind Stoffel's net, but the Wildcats keep it in the offensive zone. They turn it around with 13:42 to go. The fast, speedy Zaruba along the far boards is taken off a chance to get to the puck, and it'll go into the corner in the Dodge County defensive zone. That's where the Wildcats will set up. Forehand, backhand, dumped in now to number 3, Cautionet, and Cautionet fires wide of the net. Dodge County has been given the only shot on goal of this game so far. No score, approaching 4 minutes into this first period. Raiders, again, like we said, we're hoping for a good start to this game after a couple of really very difficult starts to both games so far on the year. Couple of shots by Dodge County. Stoffel stops one, and then a long-range shot ricochets off of the stick and out of play. And so as a result, we'll have a face-off coming now to the right of Charlie Stoffel's net. We're exactly 4 minutes into the contest here. No score between Hastings and Dodge County. Taking the face-off, Cohen McNeilis for Dodge County, along with Hastings number 16, QB1 Carter Hansen. Taking the face-off, Hansen will win it, and he almost takes it himself into the neutral zone, but it gets taken off of his stick and now goes behind Stoffel's net. Strong flips it up near side for Hansen. A little Carter to Carter action there, and into the offensive zone, into the corner on the near side. That's where the puck is lodged up into the air, and trying to go tape to tape near side to Evan Hain, but not quite to him, and now the Raiders will reset defensively with Carter Strong setting up on the far side. Strong just past the stick of Jonas Schauer, dumped into Braylon Fredrickson now. Fredrickson goes corner to corner, now near side to Hansen. Hansen will send it into the near side. 12:10 left in this first period, just getting underway here at Hastings Civic Arena. No score early on here. Non-section, non-conference game for the Raiders. Centering pass, shot, save is made, puck is loose, still loose in front. The Raiders get it back out with Jonas Schauer as Will Savage, who has the only goal of the year for Hastings so far, nearly potted his second one of the game, of the season rather. And now entering the offensive zone, it's Carter Hansen. That was a grade A chance, if there ever was one, for Hastings. But standing tall is the netminder, Wegner, for Dodge County to keep this. A scoreless affair. $11:10 left here in the first period. Puck loose in the neutral zone now and dumped back in to the Hastings end. Raiders' only registered shot on goal was that Will Savage opportunity moments ago. Near centering pass there for Dodge County, but it gets past the skater in the offensive zone and rolls back into the neutral zone. They try to go tape to tape. They do. Here's Cautionet. Cautionet is taken off the stick and now floated back up and dumped back in by Dodge County. Stoffel comes out to play it. He'll ring it around the boards here on the near side. 10:32 to go first period. No score between Hastings and Dodge County. Now into the offensive zone. Onsides, trying to find Cautionet. And now sent back down towards Wegner. And dumped back towards the near side by Cooper Beebe. Kept in by the Raiders. Here's Zaruba, fires a shot, saved by Wegner, and ricochets back out. The Raiders had another good look in front, and Wegner makes the second save as well. The net comes off its moorings, and we've got a stoppage of play. So it was Finn Zaruba who skated into the slot, had the first look, and then the second one might have come off the stick of Brecken Fullerton and hits the left post and knocks the net off its moorings, and that's why we've got the stoppage of play here just about 7 minutes into this opening period. Shots are even at 2 apiece. And now a bad turnover. Here comes Dodge County moving in. They take a shot, and Stoffel will make the save on Landon Gunderson. After a turnover by the Raiders, Dodge County nearly broke it in on a breakaway. And it is still scoreless, however. Carter Strong goes down in the corner. Now Kennedy fights for it. Zaruba is there as well. Zaruba gets it to Fullerton in neutral ice, and Fullerton has it taken away by Fredrickson, and a whistle and a stoppage with 9:26 to go.
HCTV Sports is supported by the Spool House. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs. More information is available at thespoolhouse.com. HCTV Sports is supported.
9:26 to go here in this first period. Face-off win for the Raiders. Jonas Schauer tries to take a shot. It's deflected. Hansen with one from the slot. And it sails into the corner here on the near side with 9:15 to go. Puck floated up into the air. Schauer's got it back at the point. Now near point. Shot there by Hagen is taken away. And this one will be iced as Joey Leonard comes on the ice, the closest defenseman in the area for Hastings. And a stoppage with 9:05 to go here in the opening frame. And Hastings and Dodge County scoreless. Carter Hansen will take the face-off for Hastings against Dodge County's Cohen McNeilis, one of the Triton high schoolers on this Dodge County roster, a senior. And the Raiders will get it back in with Will Savage. Puck goes off the glass now behind Stoffel's net. Leonard will set up there for Savage. Savage has it along the boards on the middle of the ice. Savage near side, it gets it back over now to Blake Weber. Weber into Hansen. Hansen makes a player miss, takes a shot, fires just wide of the post. 8:31 to go. First period, no score. We are halfway through this opening period at Hastings Civic Arena. 1-0 Dodge County, 0-2 Hastings. Dodge County scored 10 goals in their season opening win against Faribault. The Raiders have scored once in their 2 losses combined so far this year. Moving in, taking a shot, Dodge County's number 10, Cameron Cook, and Cook is denied in front by Stoffel. Now a shot from the circle is sent up high and over the bar. And that's where Hastings has it back with number 21, Isaac Myers. Myers into the neutral zone, fights for it, and Dodge County brings it back in, taking a chance, moving in, Stoffel with a stick save. Good stop there by Stoffel. Mamer will get it between 2 Wildcats, clear it down to Wegner, and it's flung off the boards on the near side. Dumped back in now by Hastings. Kennedy's going to go down in the slot, and that is going to be a penalty against Dodge County. Hastings will go to the power play. The Raiders' power play unit has struggled so far this season, and they'll look to get a big power play opportunity here as Dodge County's team captain, number 3, Gabe Koshnay, is in the box for 2 minutes here. Hastings with a 4-3 shot advantage, no score in this one. 2 minutes for tripping for Koshnet. And the Raiders will score from the slot. It's Finn Zaruba on the power play, the only shot of the power play. And Finn Zaruba has made it 1-0 Hastings. One of the Raiders students had a sign saying "Selly here," and Zaruba obliges that request. And the Raiders have taken a 1-0 lead. It was a pass from the hash mark to the slot on the far side, and Zaruba just put it in past Wegner. Top shelf, and the Raiders have a 1-0 lead. So Finn Zaruba with his first goal of the year. Carter Hansen and Carter Strong with the assists for Hastings on the goal. Zaruba pushes the puck up now. He's got it off the skate of Kennedy on the near side. 1-0 Raiders now after the goal from Finn Zaruba on the power play. And with 6:45 to go, the Raiders have a 1-0 lead. Brecken Fullerton at the hash marks near side circle. Taken away by Dodge County. They'll go tape to tape near side to Landon Gunderson. Gunderson goes down, no penalty called. Raiders have it back with Carter Strong. Strong onto the stick of Zaruba. Zaruba enters the zone, and the save is made by Wegner on the shot. So they still have the power play up on the board, but obviously that has expired. Carter Hansen will take the face-off for Hastings against Dodge County's. Nope, they take it down now. Number 10, Cameron Cook. Face-off is won by the Raiders. Niederkorn tries to play it from the point. Shot, centering pass in front. Dangerous play, but Wegner comes up and makes the save for Dodge County. And the Raiders nearly get it back off the skate of Hansen. Puck along the far wall. Back to Hansen now. Just in front of the penalty box along the far wall. Gets it back to Will Savage. Savage looking for a 2-on-1 with Shower, but outstretches the stick of Shower. Now Savage has it taken away in the circle on the near side. Puck is floated up. It's off the top of the glass. It's kept in. Savage has it at the circle near side. Weaving through traffic. Can't quite connect with Shower, and Dodge County has it back at center ice. 5:35 to go in this first period. Dodge County looking for the tie. Puck is loose off the post on the near side. Oh my goodness. Dodge County thought they had tied the game squarely off the right post on the near side, and this stays a 1-0 affair, and now we've got a whistle and a stoppage with 5:18 to go. My goodness, Dodge County nearly just tied this game. This puck is as squarely off the post as it could be. Stoffel was there in the vicinity, but Koshnet moved in, had a look. Actually, that's Nolan Steele, and wide open net. And Steele unable to connect. He's going to want that one back. Still 1-0. Hastings over Dodge County here. .458 to go, first period, 1-0 Raiders. They have a 8-5 shot advantage in this game so far. Evan Hain tries to dump it back in for Dodge County with 4:45 left in the period now. They'll fire it back into the offensive zone. Puck goes out to the far wall. That's where the Raiders have it with Leonard. It's turned over there. It's floated back up into the air. Puck is loose at neutral ice, turned back over. Casey Vermillion with it for Dodge County for a moment. Vermillion dumps it back in, and now Carter Strong to the stick of Joey Leonard, who quarterbacks between the circles and the defensive end, and past the outstretched stick of everybody else. .416 to go in this first period of action. Shots are 8-5 in favor of the Raiders. Score is 1-0 in favor of the Raiders. Puck floated up into the air now. Goes off the boards on the far side into the corner. That's where Carter Strong sends it back down. Into the corner on the near side with under 4 minutes to go here in the first period. Dodge County has it back with Peter LaRock. LaRock, toe drag attempt for Dodge County. Doesn't quite make it on net. Raiders with a good job defensively there to get that one out. And here goes Hastings back into the offensive end again with Elliot Hagan. Hagan just fires it back in. And we've got a whistle with 3:29 to go, and I think this was a late whistle for an icing, perhaps. So 3:29 remaining in this first period of action. Raiders with the 1-0 lead. Given away by Dodge County in their defensive zone. Here's Savage, centering pass for Shower. Puck is loose. It's sent back out by Wegner. Floated high up off the glass. With 3:10 to go. Floated back up now to Savage. Savage centering feed again. Shower, he scores! Jonas Shower is on the board in 25-26. An absolutely beautiful feed from Will Savage. And the Raiders have a 2-0 advantage with 3:03 to go here in the opening stanza at Hastings Civic Arena. Wow, what a pass from Will Savage at the hash marks into the slot to Shower, and Shower, 5-hole past Wegner, gives the Raiders a 2-0 lead. They may also give Carter Hansen an assist on that one, which, if that is the case, that will be the second assist for Hansen on the night. And they do give him one. So Shower from Savage and Hansen, and it is 2-0 Hastings at 15:57 of the first period, as Dodge County now playing from behind. Here's Hansen along the far boards. Back now near side to Hagan. Hagan to Shower. Shower into the corner again to Hagan, and now far corner to Strong. And Dodge County can't quite get it out. Savage has a stick on it now in the neutral zone. Gets it back to Carter Strong. Strong will carry it in for Hastings. Strong looking, turns the corner, nobody home. Has a feed now to McGraw. Andrew McGraw spins back looking for a centering pass, but it squirts into Wegner, and Wegner will cover with 2:03 to go here in the opening period. So Zaruba from Hansen and Strong, Shower from Hansen and Savage, the goal scoring for Hastings in this first period. Face-off will go down into the corner now for Dodge County. Floated up off the boards. Now it's going to be Joey Leonard. A shot! There's an open net, and it just sails past a slight opening on the far post. Now Leonard floats it back around behind the net, looking for Saruba, who tried to make a pass to Kennedy in the slot, but it gets just past his stick. Now dump back in with 1:35 to go. Puck along the wall on the near side. Turned back over now to Dodge County. They've got it behind their net, off the boards on the far side, back to Finn Zaruba. Zaruba backhands it over to Leonard. Leonard just dumps it back in, and that's going to go behind the Dodge County net. No icing the call. Giveaway in neutral ice now. Carter Hansen just dumps it back in off the wall and behind the Dodge County net, and that is where Cooper Beebe tries to go to work for Dodge County. But it's turned back over now once again to Woodwick. Woodwick will fire it into the corner on the near side. 1 minute to go in the first period. Savage back to Niederkorn. Niederkorn dumps it in for Hastings, leading 2-0 here in this opening period at Hastings Civic Arena. Hansen just past the stick of Woodwick and back down into the defensive zone for Charlie Stoffel, who gets to it. Stoffel waits, gives it off to Woodwick. Past the stick of Savage, back into the offensive end for Hastings. Shower in the vicinity. but Cameron Cook gets there first for Dodge County. Now the Warriors send it back up. They've got it along the far side wall. This one carried back in with 21 seconds to go. Puck into the corner now. 18 seconds to go. We got a stoppage with 16. And they're going to say the puck went out of play, so we'll have a face-off coming here with 16.4 seconds remaining in the first period. Raiders with a 2-0 lead in this opening period of action. Face-off won by the Raiders. They do get it to go into the neutral zone on a one-hop off the stick of Carter Hansen. And so Dodge County gets it into the offensive zone one more time, but that'll do it for the opening period here at Hastings Civic Arena. Well, not quite. We've got an icing with 8/10 left. So there'll be one more face-off, and that's it. Offensive zone face-off for Dodge County. To use a basketball term, maybe just enough time for a catch and shoot to try and get one on net to end the period if you are the Wildcats. That's what they get, but the puck floats up into the air and dies in the circle, and that is how the first period ends. Those top six, Hastings has been happy about their top six, and they've come up clutch here in this game so far. Finn Zaruba and Jonas Schauer, the two goal scorers for Hastings. We're going to step aside on KDWA Radio. We'll have more on the other side. And here on HCTV, we take a look at the goals. And this is the first one you see here. This was the Finn Zaruba goal. It gets off of his stick and ricochets in past Wegner to make it a 1-0 affair. And then the second one, a beautiful feed from Savage to Hansen. Here's the Savage to Hansen, and then Hansen to Schauer. And the Raiders have a 2-0 lead here over Dodge County at the end of period number 1 at Hastings Civic Arena.
The United Heroes League mainly uses sports as a bridge to help military families stay active and engaged in their communities. We have over 40 professional teams that partner with us for free tickets and camps. We provide access to free sporting equipment.
UHL has provided us with a lot of equipment and a lot of gear that is otherwise sometimes hard to attain.
It's really cool. I get all this free stuff, and it's because of my great dad, who is a veteran.
UHL has been a great supporter, not just for our family, but for all the military families.
We're excited to see what the future holds. We can't wait to see where it goes.
He gets the pin. What a move, what a goal! Oh, what a shot, scores! The Raiders, can they get the lift? Yes, they do.
Just snipes one.
Oh my God! And reaching up and making the play. It's moving. It is over.
Looking to throw, and she's going to get the first down.
Gone. Touchdown Raiders!
But here is the difference for the class of 1990.
We went from Mom Pie Eagles to Al and Peg.
I know you're all excited about Y2K. You could lose power or party like it's 1999.
Hastings High School has been graduating seniors since the first commencement of the 87. Congratulations, class of 2023. Go Raiders!
Funding for community TV is in rapid decline, and HCTV will not survive without your help. Let your local representatives know that you support community TV. To learn more, visit safecommunitytv.com.
for the start of period number 2. Hastings leads Dodge County by a 2-0 score. Jonas Schauer and Finn Zaruba in opposite order with the goals for the Raiders in this period. It was 2 really solid goals, and that was a huge period for Hastings because the Raiders, like we said, started a little bit slow their first 2 games of the season, and as a result, needed a big period to come out and kind of set their footing. And you know, you get it with every team every year. It's a group that has a lot of returners from last year, but it's also a group with a lot of newcomers. And it might take a couple games to get acclimated, to figure things out. And with the quick turnaround, only about a week to 10 days of practice before your first official game, it's good to see what we've got right now from the Raiders in this first period. The Raiders' next 2 opponents, Simley and Tartan, are the 2 teams at the bottom of the Metro East Conference standings right now. They've both lost to St. Thomas Academy, who's the only team outside of those 2 to play a conference game. Matamidi just suffered their first loss of the year to Blaine the other night. That's going to be the team with the target on their back in the Raiders section this year. Section 4A, we mentioned Tartan and Simley. Those are the Raiders' next 2 games. Dodge County out of the Tri-Metro, which includes Twin Cities schools, Holy Angels, Irondale, and then the all-city co-ops of Minneapolis, which makes up all the high schools in that city. And then, of course, all the St. Paul high schools are now a co-op in hockey for the first time ever. They're in that situation. Dodge County, of course, comes in 1-0 overall on the year, as we mentioned. That win over Faribault. Raiders going left to right to start the second period. Dodge County going right to left to start period number 2. And we are ready to go in this second period of action. 10-6 were the shots on goal in the first period for Hastings. The Raiders quickly see Dodge County get it into the offensive zone. Puck is behind Charlie Stoffel's net here as it rattles near side towards Michael Kennedy. Kennedy floated up for Brecken Fullerton, but it's taken away for a moment, and then the Raiders get it back, dump it right back in with 16.5 to go here in the second period. And Dodge County sees one kind of sail over to Charlie Stoffel, and he makes the stop with 16:24 to go in period number 2. So face-off will come to Stoffel's right. Stoffel played in the game against Northfield. Smelzer played in the game against Bloomington Jefferson. Charlie Colvin is also one we may see at times this year as well at the varsity level. No confirmation of that, but possibility. Here is Carter Hansen, who's already got 2 assists tonight, moves in on Wegner. And now a centering pass for Jonas Schauer, but he whiffs on the shot. And here goes Dodge County's number 17, Landon Gunderson, with a centering pass. Stoffel tries to make an outstretched attempt. Elliot Hagan also in the area, and the puck sails into the netting and out of play here in this first minute of period number 2. Nice job by Dodge County to get behind the Hastings defense and give themselves a golden opportunity there. But the Raiders stand tall and make the save, and with 16:02 to go here in the second period, a face-off coming to Charlie Stoffel's left. It'll go back behind the Raider net to Weber. Weber will ring it off the boards to Schauer. Carter Hansen speeds into the offensive zone. 2-on-2, changes direction just past the stick of Schauer in the slot, and Dodge County's got it back now. Moving up the ice, it's Koshnet. Koshnet into the boards along the far side. Hansen is there in the vicinity as well with Nolan Steele. Puck behind the net. Goes into the corner here on the near side with 15:34 to go. Puck behind the wall now for Dodge County. Behind the net, I should say, for Dodge County. Along the boards on the far side and given away now in the far corner, and that is where Dodge County has it back. Floated back up the ice just past the stick of a Raider. Moving in. Offsides is the call as Gabe Koshnet came in all alone on Charlie Stoffel, actually put a shot on net. But it is called offsides and negates the breakaway opportunity for the Dodge County Wildcats. 15-14 to go, second period, 2-0. Hastings over Dodge County here at Hastings Civic Arena. Trey Lauer with you on KDWA and on Hastings Community Television. Face-off coming in the circle to the right of Wegner, the goaltender for Dodge County. It's won by the Raiders. They get it around behind the Dodge County net for a moment. Over to Isaac Myers. Again, Raiders going 11 forwards, 7 defensemen tonight because of an injury. Dumped in here around behind the net. And that's where it's loose in the corner now here on the near side for McGraw. McGraw back behind the Hastings net now. McGraw again tries to ring it around the boards on the near side. Turned back over to Dodge County and off onto the stick of Luke Niederkorn, where it will matriculate to center ice, and now Dodge County just returns to their defensive zone. Coming back up the ice on the near side, Cooper Beebe. Puck floated up and off the skate of a Raider into the offensive zone for Dodge County and fired high by Peter LaRock. 14-10 left, second period. 2-0 Raiders. Dodge County with the only shot on goal of this second period so far, and this one goes out of play. We'll have a stoppage. Just about 3 minutes gone here in period number 2. Face-off will come to the left, or to the right rather, of Charlie Stoffel. Finn Zaruba will take the face-off for Hastings. Face-off is won by the Raiders. It goes back into their defensive end. Zaruba off the boards, trying to get it into the neutral ice. It finally does after it hesitates for a moment. Now Hagan goes tape to Carter Strong. Strong will float it up for Fullerton. Fullerton will dump it in. It'll go end to end now, near side boards. Michael Kennedy trying to track it down for Hastings. He's got it in the corner. Back to Zaruba at the point. It's off the shoulder of a Dodge County player, and their number 20, Maxwell Hain, has it for a moment, loses the puck, and loses a stick in the process as well, as the puck goes into the corner with 13:20 to go here in period number 2, and the Raiders with a 2-0 lead over Dodge County. Now at the red line, carried into the offensive zone by Jackson Burgess for Dodge County. Burgess trying to spin it around. He is going to go down for a moment, gets it back up behind the net, trying to set something up in front, centering pass, puck loose in front, sent high up into the air, and Evan Hain too tall on the shot attempt for Dodge County, who still has the only shot on goal here of the second period. Long sustained offensive zone time for Dodge County now, as they keep it in the offensive end, and still with Cameron Cook. Now Cook gets it to Nolan Steele. Off the wall and back to the red line. 12:30 to go. Given away and shot from long range, stopped by Wegner for Dodge County. And Stoffel watches this one roll to the right of him into the corner. That's where Woodwick gets tied up. With 12:12 to go. Puck will go now back behind the net here. Dodge County and Hastings 2-0. Puck floated off the wall for Jonas Schauer. Schauer, puck loose in front. Dodge County fans calling for a penalty. They're not going to get one. Now Schauer back to Woodwick behind the Hastings net. Woodwick going for a flailing Schauer just past his stick and iced towards the Dodge County end.
By the Spool House. From prom to weddings, let us suit your formal wear needs. More information is available at thespoolhouse.com. Those
are the only games on the docket tonight here. Only 4 statewide across the land of 10,000 lakes. Raiders kind of pinned in their defensive zone for the last little bit here. And given away, and now we've got a breakaway attempt for Hastings. Here goes Isaac Myers, and he scores! Isaac Myers on the breakaway has given the Raiders a 3-goal lead here in the second period. Isaac Myers, the sophomore righty, off a bad Dodge County turnover, goes 5-hole on Wes Wegner, and the Raiders take a 3-0 lead. Wegner actually made the stop initially, but didn't get a good enough angle on it, and it ricochets into the net, but Myers will get credit for the goal, and Dodge County now trails 3-0. Hastings with the lead, and the Raiders are right back at it again into the offensive zone with Brecken Fullerton. At 5:36 of the second, Isaac Myers with the goal, unassisted on the breakaway. And so as a result, Hastings with a 3-0 lead now on just their second shot attempt of the period. Puck is sent down behind the Dodge County net. The students who were on the opposite side of the rink have now moved down behind the Dodge County net, behind Wegner, as Dodge County has it pinned in their defensive zone now. Sawyer Young tries to get the puck out. Floated off the wall to Fullerton. Fullerton will loop it around behind the Dodge County net. Now floated up to the red line. Carried back in by Dodge County's number 10, Cameron Cook. Cook spins around at the hash marks. It's taken away by the Raiders. It's Hansen just past the stick of Jonas Schauer. Floated up by Dodge County at the red line. Now onto the stick of Liam Husso, a junior, one of the Casson Manorville students on this co-op Dodge County team. And now another breakaway perhaps for Hastings. No, becomes a 2-on-2. Schauer had to stop and collect the puck, and a breakaway turns into a 2-on-2 and no shot attempted with 9:45 to go here in period number 2. And a stoppage of play here with 9:40 to go, as Hastings leads this game 3-0 now on the goal. And a good stop by Charlie Stoffel to cover that. Hansen will take the face-off along with Landon Gunderson. It's won by Dodge County. Shot from the point denied. Another shot loose in front. Stoffel might have gotten a piece of it. It rebounded back out, gloved away by a Raider. Now carried back up, and in retreat mode are the Wildcats with Braylon Fredrickson. Fredrickson back to Gunderson. Gunderson just sends it in, they'll dump it, and Strong will have it. Strong near side now. He's got it back now to Jackson Burgess. And Burgess can't connect, can't corral it, and it will go down behind the Dodge County net. That's where Fredrickson will restart with it. At the blue line, now coming back near side with it are the Raiders, given back away. Here comes Blake Weber carrying it into the offensive zone. Weber at the circle, looking for McGraw, just past his stick. Kept in by Woodwick, and elevated a bit too high and wide of the net. Now it's Myers, who just got the goal a moment ago. Centering pass and a score! Andrew McGraw! And it is 4 scores for the Hastings Raiders, and they lead 4-0 in the home opener at Hastings Civic Arena. Andrew McGraw off a beautiful centering pass in front. And the Raiders have extended the lead even more now to 4-0 here in this second period. I believe we'll see who gets the assist there, as it is Andrew McGraw who gets the goal. And it was Drew Mommer who gets the assist for the Raiders. So Mommer with the assist. And Hastings now leads 4-0 here at Hastings Civic Arena. Puck in the corner on the far side. Raiders have it back, Zaruba. It trickles in. And loose now in the defensive zone. That's where Hastings has it. It's going to be floated back around now with 7:50 to go. And floated up and out of play with 7:43 to go here in the second period. Looks like the scoreboard might be a little frozen, but 7:43 to go, second period here, as Hastings leads 4-0. Andrew McGraw and Isaac Myers with the 2 goals in this period. Finn Zaruba, Jonas Schauer with the goals in the second period, or in the first period. And that's where we stand at 4-0 right now for the Hastings Raiders over Dodge County. The home opener, Dodge County again played 10 days ago against Faribault, won 10-1. Their game Saturday against Austin was postponed due to inclement weather. Here's a shot from the point, saved by Stoffel, who collects with 7:28 to go here in the second period. So a face-off coming here to the left of Stoffel's cage. And it is won by Dodge County. Goes into the neutral zone with it now. Back behind the net, into the wall on the near side. Hansen, back to Savage. Centering pass again for Carter Hansen, looking for his 3rd points of the night, but it hits the skate and deflects. Now Dodge County setting one up, a shot from the slot. Stoffel comes out and makes the save. Back to the point, Dodge County's number 16, Sawyer Young, blows a tire on a tape-to-tape pass from far point to near point. Given away again, Jonas Schauer floats it back now. He's got it off the stick of Carter Hansen and out of play there. And with 6:41 to go here in the second period, we've got another stoppage coming. Only 1 penalty in this game so far tonight. And the face-off win, the penalty result, and it was no face-off win, but penalty was on Dodge County, and the score on the power play by Hastings made it 1-0. And a good start for this one tonight. .6:32 to go, second period, 4-0. Hastings with the lead over Dodge County. Puck around behind the net. Dodge County's got it back here near side with 6:20 to go. Hansen at the circle on the near side. 6:08 left now, second period. Carter Strong has it behind his net. It is 4-0 Hastings over Dodge County here. Hansen tries to float it up. Race is on. Savage gets to it. And a stoppage there with 5:53 left in this second period of action. So 5:52 left now. Face-off win to Zaruba. Zaruba looking for Fullerton. And a shot from the point by Dodge County is stopped by Stoffel. Now Niederkorn just floats it up and out into the neutral zone, and that's where it's given back over to Dodge County's Nolan Steele. Steele has one moving in. The puck, the net's going to come loose as Koshnet moves in. And stoppage here. .5:27 left in the second period. Raiders leading this game 4-0. And a face-off is won. Shot from the slot on the near side. Behind the Raider net one more time as Zaruba gets to it first for Hastings. Zaruba squirts it through traffic. And back now into the defensive zone for Dodge County. That's where Sawyer Young sets up with Casey Vermillier. And we've got icing going the other way. So 5 minutes to go here. It's been all Raiders on the scoreboard, although the shots have evened up at 13 apiece. Dodge County out shooting the Raiders 6-3 in this second period so far. 2 of the Raiders' 3 shots have found the back of the net. McGraw and then the breakaway earlier from Myers. Speaking of Myers, he has it, keeps it in the offensive zone, off of the stick of McGraw now. Myers trying to weave through a couple of Wildcats. Kept back in again as Dodge County can't clear. And now a penalty coming up as well. With 4:40 to go here in the second period. Is there a penalty or is it just an offsides? And so there will be a face-off. No penalty, but offsides, I believe, the call there, or a hand pass with 4:35 to go second period. Savage carries it in. Savage at the point. Now far point to Weber with a shot and a goal for Blake Weber. Or is this going to be Carter Hansen on a deflection? Looks like this is going to be Carter Hansen on a deflection. It's 5-0 Hastings with 4:18 to go here in the second period. And the assistant captain, Carter Hansen, with his 3rd point of the night. A goal and 2 assists. And the Raiders have a 5-rip lead over the Wildcats here at Hastings Civic Arena. Looked like that one might have been Weber, but he might get an apple on that one, as it might have hit the stick or the body of Hansen on the way in. But nonetheless, the Raiders have a 5-0 cushion over Dodge County. And now brought back in by the Raiders. No, offsides. So Schauer and Weber on the assists. Here's another look at it as you see Savage gets it to the far point, and then Weber sets it up. But Hansen, it deflects off of him and in. And as a result, with 4 minutes to go in the second period, it's all coming up Hastings right now, 5-0 on Dodge County. Now another chance, as on the ice, Joey Horton, a sophomore, getting his first varsity action of the game. 3:45 left, big collision down into the boards, penalty coming up against Hastings as a result. As Jackson Burgess takes a spill into one of the advertisements along the far boards. So as a result, with 3:42 to go in the second period, Dodge County and Hastings a stoppage here. And no penalty called again. I saw the arm go up. I thought there was a penalty called. My apologies there. That is an icing, the call, or a offsides of some kind. So we'll have a face-off again, and now Niederkorn connects back in now towards the far side wall. Niederkorn Tape to tape. 3:15 to go here in the second period. It's all Hastings right now, 5-0. And this one sent in around behind to Niederkorn. Niederkorn can't connect with Fullerton. Now Dodge County is in retreat mode. .249 left. And Dodge County is on the board. They put one in on a rebound off of Stoffel. And the shutout is gone for Charlie Stoffel. It is now 5-1, and we'll check on this one here. Looks like that was number 10, Cameron Cook, the sophomore from Casson Manorville High School, who puts it in for Dodge County. And they get one back. It's 5-1 here in the second period with 2:44 to go. So Cook, who's been one of their better players tonight, but now Carter Hansen moves in, takes a shot, and Wegner makes the save as Hansen was looking for his 4th point of the night with 2:33 to go. Hansen stuck between a couple of Wildcats. Puck along the far wall. Up now the ice, Dodge County going back to work quickly here in the offensive end. Turned back over to Jonas Schauer, whistle, and touched offside. So we'll have a stoppage with just about 2:20 left here in the second period. So 2:20 to go. Puck along the near side wall to Hansen. Strong had the wrong Carter. This one floated just past Savage. Up against the wall on the near side. Here is the Raiders again. Jonas Schauer setting up at the point. Schauer will wrap it around with 1:46 to go here in the second period, and Hastings leading 5-1 over Dodge County. And a stoppage there with 1:35 to go here in period number 2 as the Raiders lead this game commandingly right now, 5-1. 5 different players have scored tonight for the Raiders. You got a penalty coming up on Dodge County's number 20, Maxwell Hain. So we shall see if the Raiders can make it another power play tally here, as that's going to be a trip on Hain. So Hain goes to the box with 1:35 left. Lucas Niederkorn sets up on the power play. Now 1:31 left. Back to Niederkorn. Far wall now. Michael Kennedy. Interference is the penalty officially called now, as Niederkorn will fire one high off the pad of Wegner to the right with 1:10 to go here in period number 2. And the Raiders leading 5-1 over Dodge County. Swept back in, shot. Kennedy with a shot from the slot, and Wegner makes the save. Now Fullerton trying to go for the wraparound chance. Puck's gonna, or the net rather, is gonna come off as it comes out towards Hastings number 9, Jack Woodwick, with 55.5 seconds to go here in the second period of action. 1:21 left on a power play that, unless Hastings scores here, will carry over to the second period. .55.5 seconds left. Here's Hansen setting up at the near point. He's got it back there. Now far point to Savage. Savage to Hansen at the midpoint. Now near side to Jonas Schauer. Schauer back to Savage. Schauer loses it for a moment. Does a little spinorama at the circle on the near side, looking for Finn Zaruba. 32 seconds left in the period, a minute left in the period. It's turned over now. Dodge County with a shorthanded breakaway. They move in and they will get it stopped by Stoffel. Dodge County thought they had a breakaway shorthanded goal. It doesn't find the back of the net. It stays out. Now the Raiders have another chance on the power play. Zaruba moves in. Zaruba looking for the wraparound chance. Zaruba spins around all the way around. Now back to Savage at the circle, fires high, rebounds back out, hits and fires a bit high at the horn. And that's how the second period ends. A wild second period here at Hastings Civic Arena. Raiders lead 5-1 over the Dodge County Wildcats after 2 periods of action. Taking a look at the goals here in the second period, it's the Isaac Myers breakaway that gave Hastings the 3-0 lead. Wasn't long after that, Andrew McGraw on a beautiful centering pass made it a 4-0 affair, and then Will Savage finding Mommer. Mommer connects with Hansen in front. Hansen scores, and that made it 5-0 at that point. And then Dodge County moments later, 5-hole past Charlie Stoffel, made it a 5-1 game, and that's where we stand here at the end of period number 2 at Hastings Civic Arena. Raiders lead Dodge County 5-1.
Oh, hey there. Do you like HCTV?
That's one small step for Hastings and one giant leap for community television.
Do you want a custom video that promotes your business or organization and gives you the results you're looking for? As an HCTV sponsor, our staff will work with your business or organization to create a custom video to promote your brand. You also have an option of getting a shout out in every sporting event we cover. And that's 3 points for your business.
So support HCTV today!
Go to hastingstv.org/sponsors for more information or to give a one-time donation.
Some you've heard of more, but it doesn't bother me because I just love to explore. Interviewing owners and lending a hand. I love to assist for as long as they can stand.
Who are we? We are artists. We are entertainers. We are storytellers. We are teachers. We keep you informed. We follow the action. Who are we? We are Hastings Community TV.
Ready for the start of the third period here as we welcome you back on KDWA and on HCTV this evening. Raiders and Dodge County heading to the third in a 5-1 matchup. We mentioned it on radio during the intermission. 5 different Raiders with goals tonight. Zaruba, Shower, Hanson, McGraw. Among those who have goals for Hastings, Isaac Myers, the other on the breakaway goal. 19-15, the shots on goal as we enter the third period. And for Hastings, this has been a much needed performance tonight. We talked about starting fast, starting strong, and a reminder, of course, that there will be 25 seconds of power play time as we head to period number 3. The Raiders still with a little bit of time to try and claw even further ahead in this game with a fresh 17 minutes on the clock here. Appreciate you all being with us tonight on this frosty Monday night at Hastings Civic Arena. And quickly into the offensive zone, Andrew McGraw for the Raiders. Dodge County coming in 1-0 on the year. And now moving in short-handed for the Wildcats. Going for the wraparound chance, centering pass, shot saved by Stoffel, and then it connects back out and sent just wide of the crease. Charlie Stoffel with one of his biggest saves of the game so far, albeit with a 4-goal cushion for the Raiders here in the third period with 16:20 to go. Puck along the wall on the far side, sent back up. Big hit there at the blue line, and that is going to be a stoppage with 16:14 left. And are we going to get another penalty here, or is that just an offsides? Never saw the hand go up, so didn't think a penalty was called there, but looked like maybe it was an offsides because it touched a Dodge County player in the offensive zone right there. .1609 left in this third period. It's all Raiders right now. 4-1. Given away, shot is sent wide. We're back to full strength here at Hastings Civic Arena with the Raiders up right now. Kept in the offensive zone for a moment. Now loose at the blue line and at the red line, and that's where it's kind of hanging out right now as it's kept in by Dodge County. And now back to the stick of Carter Strong along the boards on the far side. Strong gets it into the other Carter. Hanson now Savage between the legs. Shot, save made. Rebounds back out. Another shot and another save. And a penalty coming up against the Raiders as Elliot Hagan from the near point fired one in, and as he touched it, they called Jonas Shower for a penalty. So Jonas Shower will head to the box with 15:29 left in period number 3. Dodge County will go to the power play. Raiders have given up some on the kill so far this year. Only been a couple games, so still figuring out how strong the power play and penalty kill are as the faceoff rolls through. Finn Zaruba gonna speed in short-handed, but Wegner gets out to it first and sticks it away, but it's given back to Zaruba. Raiders have been a really good team short-handed under Matt Klein in recent years, getting some short-handed goals, especially the Jake Harrises and John Harrises of the world the last few years. Really good short-handed players. Always seems to be something that this team is really good at. We'll see if they can capitalize again here at another short-handed goal and make this a 6-1 game. With still 15:04 to go here, third period. Our next broadcast tomorrow night, Prescott Cardinals girls basketball against St. Croix Central. Wednesday night, Hastings girls basketball against Bloomington Kennedy. And Thursday night, Hastings boys hockey against Tartan. HCTV viewers, your next broadcast to watch will be on Thursday night when the Hastings Raiders boys basketball team takes on New Prague at Hastings High School. All of those except for Prescott are 6:30 start times. Niederkorn fires it around the near side. Dodge County will keep it in at the circle, out the slot, dances in, toe drag to the circle, now back to the midpoint. Now near point, winds and waits. Looking here as Dodge County's power play tries to go to work. The Raiders can't clear it. It's off a Wildcat player at the far point. Moving in, taking a shot, and a glove save by Charlie Stoffel. Slows the action with 14:23 to go here in the third period. The face-off comes to the far side. Coming up here now, it's won by Dodge County. All set up at the near point. Now at the circle. Takes a shot, just sent high of the bar. Was right in front of Stoffel, but a bit too much mustard on the shot. And now they'll fire again on the power play. Hits a Raider on the way in and ricochets back out with 14 minutes to go here in period number 3. Raiders get the puck out of danger, but Dodge County will reset with 25 seconds left on the power play. At the red line, moves in, spins it back around now. Between the circles now, the Raiders see Dodge County with a centering pass again. Kept out again by Charlie Stoffel, who's been really good tonight. We're back to full strength hockey now with 13:25 to go. And now a giveaway leads to a Jonas Shower breakaway chance. And he misses, but it's put back in by Blake Weber to make it 6-1. Shower overskated it. He goes flying into the net, but it comes back out to Blake Weber. He puts it in, and the Raiders have their 5-goal lead back 6-1. Another defensive crackdown by Dodge County leads to a breakaway for Hastings, and it is Blake Weber on the goal, and it was Jonas Shower who came out of the box to start this, right out of the box, gets it on the breakaway, just loses the handle of it, hits the side of the post, but Blake Weber gets it on the rebound. Actually, they're going to give Shower credit for the goal. So Jonas Shower is actually getting credited for the goal and leads, and now he falls down and leads to a 2-on-2 for Dodge County. So Shower from Zaruba is the goal scoring announcement here at Hastings Civic Arena, and it is 6-1. Dodge County trails by 5. One more goal for the Raiders would put us into run time here in the third period of action. Kind of a role reversal for Dodge County in their second game compared to their first. They beat lowly Faribault 10-1, but tonight Hastings asserting their dominance on home ice with a 6-1 lead as Joey Horton carries the puck into the offensive zone for the Raiders. Drew Mommer in the corner had it for a moment. With just now over 12 minutes to go, Horton with a big hit into the boards. Horton here's a check, and now Dodge County moving in. They'll take a shot. They'll fire it high over the net. Chasing after it in the corner now for Hastings is Joey Leonard. Leonard has it along the far wall. Puck is loose there. It's still loose. It's given away to Mommer. Mommer goes tape to tape. Moving in is Brecken Fullerton, who dances in, and Wegner comes up with the save for Dodge County with 11:30 to go. Raiders lead 6-1. They've got their 5-goal lead back. The action picking up again as Zaruba moves in. Zaruba centering pass for Fullerton. And then a whistle and a stoppage as Brecken Fullerton had a chance in front. Here is the goal again for Jonas Shower. Out of the box, sees the puck coming his way, just picks it up, and he will actually, I think maybe you got to give Weber that goal, because Shower had it on his stick and lost it as he fell into the post. And it might have been Weber, and they have officially changed it. So Blake Weber now has been given credit for that goal. Jonas Shower has been given credit for the assist. So there it is, Weber from Shower. And that is the update. It is 6-1. Hastings still, though, over Dodge County. Zaruba tries to make a defender miss and just clears the puck out for Dodge County, or for Hastings rather, now with 10:50 to go here in the third period. And the Raiders on their way, barring a big comeback by Dodge County here, to their first win of the year. 6 different goal scorers for the Raiders tonight. Zaruba, Shower, Hansen, McGraw, Blake Weber, and Isaac Myers, the 6 goal scorers for the Raiders. Nearly a 7th. That would have been Carter Hansen's 2nd. Given back, Hansen keeps it in. Hansen moves in, takes a shot, puck loose in front. And Savage can't connect. Puck is high off the glass. Hansen spins back around. And the puck will roll back now to Blake Weber, who sets up. Weber will fire it in. Weber around the boards with under 10 minutes to go. Back to Shower, centering pass. And just past everybody with 10 minutes to go here in the game. Alex McGraw now on the ice for the Raiders with 9:42 left. Alex McGraw and Andrew McGraw, 22 and 23, both on this team for the Raiders. We got a stoppage with 9:33 to go here in this third period. So 9:33 left. It will be to take the face-off for the Raiders, Charlie Myers. Myers is then sent out of the face-off circle in favor of Horton. So Myers and Horton, who are the 2 extra forwards tonight, as the Raiders have really kind of gone with 3 lines tonight. With Ryland Kraut out with an injury, they have gone with 9 forwards to their 6 defensemen, really, that have skated for the most part. But now you see Horton, Myers, and McGraw out there getting some time here in the third period. That'll complete the full 18-player roster. All getting time on the ice now for Hastings in this 5-goal game in the third period. Given away by Dodge County once again. Carter Strong into the offensive zone. Strong takes a shot off the side of the net. With 8:44 left in the period, and the Raiders cruising right now, 6-1. There's no sign of letting up from the boys in blue and gold right now. Anders back to Finn Zaruba in the slot, and Zaruba's shot deflected on the way in with 8:24 to go. Shot by Fullerton in the slot is just wide of the net. Now wired back around through the legs of Woodwick, who gets back to it in center ice. Now Woodwick fires one from the far point, and the new goaltender for Dodge County, their number 32, covers up, and that is Parker Kinsley, the goaltender for Dodge County on the ice here in the third, who makes the save. Face off to the left of Kinsley. 8:08 to go. Face off nearly to Kennedy, but it's won by Dodge County. And now they've got it with 8 minutes left. Spins and loops back around along the far side wall, all the way back near side now, looking for 2 Raiders, Hagan and Kennedy, who are in the area. And the puck nearly goes in off of Kinsley on a kind of haphazard shot from the point. It does hit Kinsley on the way in. Raiders, by the way, out shooting Dodge County 6-2 here in the third so far. Shots are 25-18 with 7.5 to go. Centering pass sails just past a Raider now. They'll retreat with 7:24 to go here in period number 3. So Hastings, with their best game of the year so far tonight, a power play goal, perfect on the kill so far as well. Really solid performance from Charlie Stoffel to this point with 17 saves on 18 shots. Still 7 minutes to go for those numbers to go up on both sides. Shower tries to move in on a Wildcat defender, gets taken down. And now Luke Niederkorn fires it off the wall. Stoffel comes out to get it, fires it along the far wall to Alex McGraw. McGraw past the stick of Savage, kept back in the neutral zone by McGraw. Now back to Niederkorn. Off the skate of a Wildcat, floated up by Savage. Hansen's going to speed in. He's got it. Centering pass for Shower. Shower is down in the blue paint. He is back up as the puck goes flying. Alex McGraw tries to keep it in. It's turned back over to Dodge County. Now they move in 1-on-2. They take a shot. It's fired into the netting above Stoffel's net, and a stoppage with 6:15 to go here in period number 3 at Hastings Civic Arena. So the Raiders, with 6 different players finding the back of the net tonight, after scoring only 1 goal in their first 2 games combined. It was Will Savage in the opener against Northfield from Finn Zaruba, who had the only goal. They did not score in game number 2 against Bloomington Jefferson. A much needed offensive response by the Raiders tonight as they continue to try to figure things out, get better as a team, and gel more as a team, as well as continue to get better, because in the move down to Class A, there are some folks, maybe even outside of Hastings, who think this team could be a top 4 seed in sections. And speaking with the Raider coaching staff, that seems like the possibility of one of their team goals this year to be a top 4 section seed. Now, granted, having an all-neutral ice section, no home ice advantage in the section for the Raiders this year. It's all at Aldrich Arena. Seeding doesn't necessarily matter as much, in my opinion, if there's no home ice involved, but you do get that second change. So a top 4 second seed, or top 4 section seed, I should say, is one of the goals for the Raiders. And, we'll find out real quick here with two section games coming up with Tartan and Simley in the next week, next 8 days. We'll find out pretty quickly where this team shakes out in the section. Tartan, obviously, Simley have both played St. Thomas Academy and lost. So not really a good litmus test of how good those teams are, because as we know, St. Thomas Academy, a very, very good team. Power play here for the Raiders as Dodge County has Liam Huso in the box with 5:15 to go here in the third, and the Raiders up 6-1. Looking for that elusive 6th goal to set run time. Woodwick on the power play, circles the wagons. Back to Niederkorn. Niederkorn looks for Kennedy, that's McGraw, and Fullerton. Fullerton with a shot denied by Kinsley. Now Fullerton circles back around to Woodwick at the far point. Near point to Niederkorn. Niederkorn looking back here near side. Back to Niederkorn from Kennedy. Niederkorn to Kennedy. Kennedy at the circle, and a whistle with 4:42 to go in the game. 1:17 left on the power play. And a face-off coming, but another penalty coming as well on Dodge County. Their number 2 in Braylon Fredrickson heads to the box. And so now the Raiders will have 1:17 of 5-on-3 hockey to try and extend the lead here in the third period. Drew Mamer will take the face-off for the Raiders. It's kept in by Carter Hansen on the 5-on-3. Hansen back to Savage. Now to Shower at the circle. Back to Hansen at the point. Hansen spins. Has it back at the Hockey Day logo. Now back to Savage. Back to Hansen. Hansen to the circle to Shower. Back to Hansen at the point. Now a slot shot by Savage is denied by Kinsley. Savage back to Shower at the circle. Shower with a shot. Puck loose in front. Kinsley keeps it out. Now Savage backhands it over to Hansen. Just past him to the red line in the neutral zone. And now back into the defensive zone. That's where the Raiders will reset with Shower. Shower carries it in. Shower at the far hash marks at the far circle. Spins it back here near side to Hansen to Savage. Back to Savage. Back to Hansen. Now over to Shower, back to Savage, back to Hansen. Now Savage, back to Hansen. Hansen from the point, fired high, might have hit the post, but it stays out. Now Hansen back to Savage. Shower, just past Mamer. Mamer, back to Hansen, and now Shower from the circle again, loose in front. Chance kept out by Dodge County. And we are back to 5-on-4 hockey now with 3:20 to go. First penalty kill. Here's Savage with a shot, and Shower has it behind the net. Shower looking near side. He's got it back to Hansen. Hansen cleared by Dodge County. .255 left, third period now. Raiders on their way to their first win of the year, leading this game 6-1. Woodwick onto the stick of Michael Kennedy. Kennedy looking for Niederkorn on a centering pass, taken away. And now that'll spring Dodge County as their full strength. They move in on a breakaway, they score. Dodge County gets one back. It's Gabe Koschnitt. Just as they went full strength, Koschnitt scores on the breakaway. And Dodge County is cut into the Raider lead 6-2 with 2:37 to go in the game. Koschnitt just sped into the offensive zone, got behind Woodwick, and the chase was on, and Koschnitt put it through. And Dodge County has cut the deficit to 4 with 2:37 to go, but it might be too little too late for the Dodge County Wildcats in this one, as they're basically going to need a goal now every 20 seconds or so just to find their way back in this game. Taken by Dodge County. They got it back off the post. No. Stoffel into the butterfly will keep it out. Dodge County thought they had their third goal, but it stayed out. The official instantly signaled no goal, and it stays out and stays a 6-2 game with 2:17 to go here in the third period. Charlie Stoffel has stopped 20 out of 22 so far tonight. He's been pretty good in net for the Raiders. With the final moments of this one running out, Hastings will go to 1-2 on the year. Dodge County will slip to 1-1 with this result, assuming it holds. More than likely it will, but you never know. Jonas Shower at center ice has it taken away briefly by Landon Gunderson for Dodge County. It's turned back over to Shower. He's got it into Hansen, who shoots, fires, misses. Savage has it back. He fires. Kinsley makes the save. And Fredrickson gets it out of danger for Dodge County as we are down to 105 seconds left in this one. Dodge County trailing, Hastings leading 6-2. 6 different Raiders with goals tonight. Hansen up ice to Shower. Shower at the circle, looking shot. Kinsley makes the save. We're down to 1:20 to go here in this one. Raiders in action Thursday against Tartan. Speeding in again for Dodge County. And nice defense by Strong to take it away. 1:10 left. Centering pass from the slot. Moving in, taken away. 1:05 left. Alex McGraw fired wide and shot saved by Stoffel. We cross under 1 minute to go here in this one. Home opener for the Hastings Raiders in front of their home faithful tonight. Nice crowd on hand, and they've been treated to a pretty good performance by the Raiders, and Charlie Stoffel with another big save here towards the end of this game. .32 seconds left. And a nice bounce back for the Raiders here tonight after 2 really tough losses to start the season. The 6-1 loss to a Northfield team that went to state. The 5-0 loss to a Bloomington Jefferson team that looks to be pretty sneaky here early on in the season. But the Raiders have bounced back in a nice way tonight against this Dodge County team that came in here after scoring 10 goals in their first game, eager and hungry to go to 2-0 on the year against a team that has moved down from AA to Class A, looking to make some noise in their first year back in the Class A ladder. We'll have a face-off coming up here with 3.9 seconds to go, and that'll just about do it. And they're just going to wind the clock, and that'll be the game. And that is it. So your final score tonight, Hastings gets the win over Dodge County 6-2. Goals from Finn Zaruba, Carter Hansen, Andrew McGraw, Isaac Myers, Jonas Shower, and Blake Weber. Your 6 goal scorers for the Raiders. Cook and Koshnet are the goal scorers for Dodge County. The Raiders go to 1-2 on the year. Dodge County falls to 1-1. The Raiders are back in action on this very ice Thursday against Tartan North St. Paul in a very important early season section game to kind of gauge where the Raiders are at in their return to Class A and Section 1A hockey. For those on TV, producer-director Hunter Pinky, camera operators Kurt Radke, Max Slocum, Tori Selner, Hunter also on graphics and replay. I'm Trey Lauer. Head over to KDWA Radio for a brief post-game show. We'll see everybody on TV next time. We'll be back on radio in just a few minutes.